Hi there, my name is Diemand-Yauman and I oversee Coursera's corporate collaborations. I'd like to first start by thanking you for inviting us to this conference and send along our apologies for not being able to be there in person. At Coursera, we have the very unique opportunity to work with some of the best universities in the world. And in our 2.5 or so years of existence, one of the things that we've realized is that there seems to be a real disconnect between universities and industry. And we see this as problematic. We look at universities as having the potential to be the primary training engine for industry. And when these two systems aren't working together, we see it as being very costly for both sides. So at Coursera, we think the key to addressing this disconnect is thinking of creative ways that we can unify these two systems. How can we recalibrate the system that involves universities and top companies to set up effective training pipelines that are meeting the needs of top companies? And one thing that I want to stress is that we see real value in both sides of this equation. Universities have literally hundreds of years of experience in pedagogical design, in delivering content to students and training them by some of the world's top minds in various fields. And industry, top companies know better than anyone what positions they need to fill, what are the highest priority skills that universities need to be training for. And we think that the potential of unifying these two systems is great. And that's what we spend a lot of our time thinking about. Now, currently, our work with companies is not a monetization strategy. Instead, we view all of our corporate partners as strategic partners in trying to figure out how to fix this system. And ultimately, the fruits of our labor, what we are aiming to create with these companies, is a new credential, a credential that holds real weight, real currency in the employability space, that is transparent and truly means something to employers, but while also being cost effective and accessible to any student, any learner in the world who has the tenacity and the drive and the interest to pursue it. Concretely, we are working with companies in three main ways. The first is around informing our university's content. So again, connecting this loop of industry and universities, the demand side of what these employees need and the supply side of the universities, training the students. And this typically takes the form of talking with leading industry experts in various fields and asking them, what do they need? What are the highest demand skills that you would like universities to train for? And then communicating this back to our university partners, and then ultimately releasing content that addresses these skill gaps to deliver value to top companies in various fields. In addition to that, we've also worked with a number of very innovative, forward-thinking companies like AT&T, MasterCard, GE, Nielsen, BNY Mellon, on thinking of ways to use our content and use our credentials to train their own employees, to level up their own employees and address skill gaps within their organizations. And we've experimented and seen some really innovative models that show real promise for thinking of creative ways to leverage these resources, these cost-effective resources, to meet the needs of their employees. And finally, we are also working with a number of companies on creating projects, applied projects for our courses. So we recently released a new product called Specializations, which are a series of courses in a high-demand field that culminate in an applied project. And there's the opportunity for companies to create this applied project. Again, we have the theme of unifying top universities and top companies, where top universities are teaching content and top companies are then allowing students to apply these lessons on real-world relevant projects that will ultimately improve their employment prospects. So in closing, we are always looking for new and innovative partners. Unfortunately, we have a very limited bandwidth at Coursera. We're still a startup. But with that said, if you are interested in working with us, or if you'd like to learn more, please, I encourage you to reach out to me. You can email me at Connor, Connor, at Coursera.org, and I would love to hear from you. So thank you again for inviting us there, and I hope the rest of the conference goes very well. Thanks so much.